What's going on? Good Sunday morning. I've got May 11th, 2025. New set of videos on my YouTube channel. I have a little hobby going. I'm looking at baseball players from the past and focusing on box scores and their season accomplishments. It's kind of fun just going through these guys, looking to see how they performed on the baseball field. So far, I've done about 65 baseball players, and all of them have one thing in common. They all have a career batting average over 300. So I've been going to Baseball Reference, type in batting average leaders career. I came across a name, Mike Donlin. You haven't heard of him, and I haven't either. But what is noteworthy about the guy? A 333 career batting average. He played 12 years. Old school, 1899 through 1914. So 333 career batting average. He played 1,000 games. So it's not as much as like 2,000 or 2,500 games where you really get a measure of the ball player. But 1,000 games, you got 1,282 hits. So I'm curious about the guy. Let's look at him. He's not in the Baseball Hall of Fame. So I won't spend too much time looking, delving into all his seasons. But we'll just point out some things with the guy, okay? Mike Donlin. So I'll combine three videos, three seasons, 1899, 1900, and 1901. And then we'll go through his career. He stops playing 1914. But he's got some interesting accomplishments in his career. All right, 1899, 21 years old, 66 games, 49 runs scored, 86 hits, more than a hit a game. 9 doubles, 6 triples, 6 homers, 27 RBI. Bats .323. Now that's noteworthy. Why? Because he does something in his career that a lot of players are not able to do. And that is have a majority of 300 batting average seasons versus not. More 300 batting average seasons than not. In fact, I'm looking at his career right now. Did you know that out of 12 seasons, he had 11 300 batting average seasons? 11 out of 12, not bad. I was looking for a player that went through his entire career batting 300 every season. Did you know nobody's been able to accomplish that? Ty Cobb played 24 years, but 23 of them, 300 or better. That first season of Ty Cobb, 240 batting average. Then he went 23 in a row, 300. If he had batted 300 that first season, he would have been the only player in baseball history to have a 24-year career and bat 300 every year. But he missed out on that rookie season. Another guy that came close, I think Tony Gwynn came the closest to having a perfect 300 batting average season every year he played. His first season, 289. Oh, man. You know why? Because the next 19 seasons, he went 300 or better. Tony Gwynn. Another guy that came close, Ted Williams. He played 19 years, 18 of them 300 or better. There was 1 year for Ted Williams. Let me look it up just to be sure here. I know Ty Cobb stats. I know Tony Gwynn's stats. Teddy Ball Game. I know his stats, but there was one year. Oh, he had 300 every year going, except 1959 when he was 40 years old. He batted .254 uncharacteristically. Teddy, how could you do this to me? You had 300 every season, and he had one 400 season. But for some reason, in 1959, his 18th year, he batted .254 with 103 games. Man, that really hurts. Did you know there was one guy that had 10 seasons, 300, and he played 10 years? I can't remember who the guy was. I think, let me look it up. I think it was Dave Orr. Have you heard of Dave Orr? Let me put him in. Dave Orr, I covered him. Yeah. He was the only guy that I found in baseball history that every year he played 300 or better. The problem was 8 years. So it's not enough measure. So I think Ty Cobb, Tony Gwynn, and Ted Williams are the three golden baseball players in baseball history that came the closest to batting 300 every year they played. I think Tony Gwynn's 289 in his first year and then 300 the rest of the way. I think he came the closest because Ty Cobb had a 240 his first year, not like a 289. See, 289 is closer to 300 than 240 is closer to 300. So out of all the baseball players who have played in the past, Tony Gwynn came the closest to batting 300 every single year he played. Ty Cobb, I put him number 2, even though he had more 300 batting average seasons than Gwynn. That 240 his first year hurt him. If he had just been closer to 300, even like 290, 295, he'd be number 1, but he's not. And then Ted Williams blowing it by batting 254 one year. How could you do that? So the only guy, Dave Orr, 8 seasons, 300 every year. Now, and every year he played in baseball, he batted 300. But it's not enough years. And then the guy I'm covering right now, Mike Donlin, he went 11 out of 12. 11 seasons, 300 or better. I've got him here. Yeah, here he is. So he batted 323 his first year, 366 on base, 470 slugging, 125 total bases. Then 1900, played 78 games, 40 runs scored, gets 90 hits, and he bats 326. So back-to-back 300 batting average seasons. 8 doubles, 6 triples, 10 homers, 48 RBI. He's got 361 on base, 507 slugging, 140 total base. And then in 1901, this will be his first season over 100 games, 121 games, 476 at bats. So we're getting a feel for this guy. 107 runs scored, good. 162 hits, that's good. 23 doubles, 13 triples, 5 homers, 67 RBIs. He bats 340. So 3 years in a row over 300 for this guy, Mike Donlin. 409 on base, 475 slugging, 226 total bases. So far, Mike Donlin, 3 consecutive 300 batting average seasons. Then in 1902, 34 games. So I don't know what happened. Got injured, maybe 143 at bats, got 41 hits. He bats 287. That'll be the only season under 300 for Mike Donlin. Interesting, right? Because the rest of the way, he will go 300. His last year doesn't mean much because you're not playing very much. So I'm not counting that. So he's got a 287, 108 total bases. Okay. So I'm curious about this guy, Mike Donlin. Why was he a good hitter? What was it about him that out of 12 seasons, 11, 300 or better? So I'll keep looking at his career. We'll go fast with this guy. Next video, the 1903 season. I'm out.